cropping in Lightroom, it is very important to emphasize certain parts of the scene. So for example, I decided to crop this image like this because I had liked the symmetry in it. However, let's say I was working for a client, or I was working on a class, or I needed to put some text on there, and the desire was to put the text on the top. All I have to do is grab these handles, and I can shift the crop to be able to show something completely different. So now when we look at it, you can see there's lots of area on top for text. And one of the big things with working with images is to being able to leave room for text if needed. Rarely do images stand alone. Sometimes they do, which is great. However, being able to adjust the crop to accommodate for what a graphic designer needs is very important. Now I may go back in here by clicking this crop tool right on the right side and then sliding it down. There's some distractions over here, so I can go through and edit them out, but I'm just going to go ahead and crop them out right now. And let's say it's a little smaller on this side. Then I go through and adjust the crop as well. Another part that I can do is I can adjust the aspect ratio. So right now it's not a custom aspect ratio, but I can go over here, click it, and then I can go ahead and go through quite a few popular aspect ratios on here. One of the biggest ones to use is 16:9 because it's the video thumbnail. So if I go ahead and select this, I can lock it in 16:9, which will match the ratio, which the height and the width of the image or video, and then that will go ahead and allow me to have the image be exactly the same. So I can go through and adjust it, need text on top, on the bottom, or maybe I want it to stand alone, and the symmetry here is nice. I may choose to leave it just like that. But the point is that you have options. Now let's say you need to go through and straighten the image. Let's say it was a little crooked. You could go ahead and adjust that to whatever angle that you needed. Now you can go ahead and click auto and it'll do its best to straighten itself. It actually works pretty well. The other option is you can go ahead and rotate. You can also flip the image. Now I highly discourage flipping an image unless you have a very specific reason to do it. One of the biggest things to worry about is text on clothing. If you flip an image, the text is going to appear backwards. And one of the biggest things that we do as people is when we see text, we read it right away. So if you flip an image and the text goes backwards, it's going to create an awkward image for the person. So I would say only flip an image if you know that that is something that you need to do. So I can go ahead and readjust the crop for however I need, or go ahead and select from some of the other popular styles, or I can always go back to custom and then I can readjust the crop however I need it.